does it mean to shop with the Band and Orchestra Authority? It means we embrace the musical journey as a pastime and a profession. At Woodwind and Brasswind, we evolve with our musicians as they march toward their big moment. With over 90,000 instruments and accessories in stock, you'll find what you need to make that moment unforgettable. Remember, no matter where you're playing, we're a part of the
Ladies and gentlemen, please once again welcome to the field the drum majors representing each of today's performing corps as they assemble for tonight's award ceremony. Recognizing Monday night's semifinalist corps from Cape Coral, Florida, Heat Wave. From Burlington, New Jersey, the Raiders. From Dubuque, Iowa, the Colt Cadets. Today's international class representatives from Dordrecht, the Netherlands, U-Ball. And tonight's open class finalists from Oregon, Wisconsin, Shadow. From Bakersfield, California, Golden Empire. From Mobile, Alabama, Southwind. From Houston, Texas, the Guardians. From Anoka, Minnesota, River City Rhythm. From Lafayette, Louisiana, the Louisiana Stars. From New London, Connecticut, 7th Regiment. From Nashua, New Hampshire, the Spartans. From Kalamazoo, Michigan, Legends. From Oceanside, California, Gold. From Concord, California, Blue Devils B. And from Santa Clara, California, the Vanguard Cadets. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please welcome the directors of the Open Class Corps as they join their drum majors on the field. With Heatwave, Jonathan Otero. With the Raiders, Open Class Advisory Committee member Delano Bonner. With the Colt Cadets, Andy Eaton. With cue ball, Hans Klopert. With Shadow, Nick Lane. With Golden Empire, Open Class Advisory Committee member Tim Heasley. With Southwind, Lawrence LeClaire. With the Guardians, Jonathan Dare. With River City Rhythm, Bo Hoover and Devin Lawrence. With the Louisiana Stars, Daryl Combe. With 7th Regiment, Kevin Lowry. With the Spartans, standing in for Open Class Advisory Vice Chairman Richard Rigolini, Paul LaFlamme. With Legends, Ives Sonowawa. With Gold, Donald Flaherty. With Blue Devils B, Becky Terry. And with the Vanguard Cadets, Open Class Advisory Committee Chair, Steve Barnhill. Ladies and gentlemen, Drum Corps International would like you to join them in showing appreciation to the parents and family members of our performers this evening for their encouragement and support of the pursuit of excellence. We'd also like to thank the band directors, music teachers, and color guard instructors all over the world who are responsible for the education and development of the outstanding young men and women who performed for you this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a big round of applause for all of our competing finalists for the 2018 Drum Corps International Open Class Championship Finals. Music is an important part of a quality education for students of all ages. Visit supportmusic.com and learn how to keep music education programs strong in your community. Thank you. Fans, each year, the Open Class Corps directors vote among their peers and choose a Most Improved Corps, Outstanding Director, and Open Class Show Sponsors of the Year. First, we will award the 2018 Most Improved Open Class Corps Award. As voted by the directors, the 2018 Most Improved Open Class Corps is awarded to Gold. Next, we will award the 2018 Dr. David Campshore Leadership Award. This award is given for recognizing the outstanding Open Class Director of 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 Dr. David Campshore Award is awarded to Steve Barnhill of Vanguard Cadets. And finally, fans, we would like to award the 2018 Open Class Show Sponsor of the Year. As voted by the directors, the 2018 Open Class Show Sponsors of the Year is awarded to Cedar Rapids, Iowa's Tournament of Drums. And now, the scores. Presenting this evening's awards is DCI Open Class Coordinator David Edelman and DCI Executive Director Dan Atchison. First in Open Class semifinals competition, a round of applause please for Heatwave. Also, please, a big round of applause for the Raiders. And another big round of applause for another semifinalist, the Colt Cadets. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the scores from tonight's competition. First, in the international class, ladies and gentlemen, presenting your 2018 DCI International Class Champions, Yuval! Their championship score was 67.125. One more round of applause for Yuval. And now we move into open class. In 12th place, with a score of 63.925. 63.925, Shadow. In 11th place, with a score of 67.075, 67.075, Golden Empire. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will now give the award for Best Brass Performance for Open Class. The 2018 Best Brass Performance Award is presented to the Vanguard Cadets. In 10th place, with a score of 69.7, Southwind. In 9th place, with a score of 70.75, River City Rhythm. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will award the Best Color Guard Performance for the Open Class Finals. The 2018 Best Color Guard Performance is awarded to Blue Devils B. In 8th place, with a score of 71.275, the Louisiana Stars. In 7th place, with a score of 71.875, 71.875, the Guardians. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now award the Best Visual Performance for the 2018 DCI Open Class Finals. The 2018 Best Visual Performance is awarded to Blue Devils B. In 6th place, with a score of 73.313, 73.313, 7th Regiment. In 5th place, with a score of 75.713, 75.713, the Spartans. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will award the Best Percussion Performance for the 2018 DCI Open Class Finals. The 2018 Best Percussion Performance Award is awarded to the Vanguard Cadets. In 4th place, with a score of 76.35, 76.35, Legends. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we will now award the 2018 DCI Open Class Best General Effect Performance. The 2018 Best General Effect Performance is awarded to the Vanguard Cadets. In third place and receiving the bronze medal with a score of 76.75, 76.75, gold. In second place and receiving the silver medal with a score of 79.6, 79.6, Blue Devils B. And ladies and gentlemen, presenting your 2018 Drum Corps International Open Class World Champions, receiving the gold medal with a score of 80.075, 80.075, the Vanguard Cadets. Congratulations to all the performing corps today. Drum majors, you are dismissed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us this evening. And remember, open and world classes will combine to showcase their individual and small group talents tomorrow, Wednesday, August 8th, for the DCI Performer Showcase, presented by System Blue. Free and open to the public, this World Championship event will take place at the Indiana Convention Center in downtown Indianapolis, beginning at noon Eastern Time. Visit www.dci.org for a complete list of participating corps and schedule of performers. And fans, don't forget to join us on Thursday, August 9th for the DCI World Championship Prelims at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. All 16 of this week's Open and International class corps will perform with all 24 of DCI's International world-class corps beginning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday morning. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for attending the 2018 Drum Corps International Open Class World Championship Finals. Keep your eye on our website at www.dci.org for complete scoring and more coverage of tonight's event. We'll see you Thursday at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis for the 2018 Drum Corps International World Championship Prelims. Until then, fans, for the Michigan City Planning Committee and Drum Corps International, my name is Brad Bell. Thank you, and good night.
And welcome back to Austin, Texas and the FloMarching Studios for the post-show edition of Taking the Field. I'm Emily Tanner-Patterson, and one more time, I'm joined in the studio tonight by Luke Gall. Luke, we have a new open class champion.
We certainly do, and they are a worthy champion. They were awesome tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to Santa Clara Vanguard Cadets, Best Brass, Best Percussion, Best GE, and first in open class. Let's take a look at the scores. Vanguard Cadets on top, 80.075, convincing win, nearly half a point there, Luke.
Yeah, you know, and the margin actually shrunk from last night, but it still was a convincing win, so yeah, good for them.
And then, of course, Blue Devils B will talk more about their show, but Best Visual and Best Guard, and then quite a gap there before our bronze medalist Gold.
Yeah, and Gold actually got the Most Improved award this year. They were 7th place last year, and
wow.
they made the jump to 3rd this year, so this is a banner year in their organization. And
opened the gap just a little bit on Legends over that minuscule gap we saw last night. 0.35, Spartans at 75.713, and then of course we can read on down the other big story of the night, Guardians yesterday 9th and then all the way up to 7th, a 2-place jump. We predicted a little bit of a mix-up there in the middle, and we got it.
Yeah, I think I'm interested to see the recaps because we talked about that GE number, how it was down for them last night, so I'm wondering if that was the thing that kicked up tonight, which means that they jumped up ultimately those 2 places.
Yeah, lots of fun. Well, we've already recapped the first half of the show. If you missed that, go back to YouTube, Facebook Live. You can see the intermission edition of Taking the Field. Let's go through the second half cores one by one. Let's start off with Louisiana Stars.
Yeah, so Louisiana Stars, that was actually on the other side of the intermission. Yeah, so we're taking a look at 7th Regiment.
7th Regiment. Thanks, Luke, for keeping me straight.
Yeah, so they had the show in a different light, and that was a really cool show. One of my favorite parts is they used music from A Beautiful Mind, music by James Horner. They used that in the percussion feature and through the closer. I really enjoyed that music.
And look, the prop changes colors, reflecting a different light, you might say.
Yeah. I think they had a good show, and I was really happy. Really happy to see that they had a good run on the most important night of the season for them.
So one of the things I noticed the whole evening was that so many groups used small reflective elements either on the corps uniform, on the color guard uniform, or both. And one of the things that we forget is that designers ultimately design colors and uniforms for the last venue of the season. They know that it's all leading towards finals. And that was so effective tonight to see all of these little glints of light coming off the uniforms under the lights. And 7th Regiment was another example of that.
Yeah, you're totally right. As a designer, you design for the final venue. If you know you're going to be under the lights, plan for it, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what we saw with 7th tonight.
All right, Spartans, storied open class corps, former Division II champion back in the day. Great to see them back up in the hunt.
Yeah, and they've got a cool show with the Da Vinci, and they've got some really cool uniforms that they've been using, kind of the Renaissance period type of stuff. Some interesting headgear.
Yeah, it definitely made them look like scholars and gentlemen. Interesting references as they went from the sketches of the flying machine into the Vitruvian Man and many other Da Vinci references throughout the show. Yeah, taking flight for sure around the field and also in their rankings.
Yeah, I think it was a well-crafted show. They performed it well, and I always like to see the new type uniforms with what we were talking about, especially with that new headgear, right? It's fresh to see something new on the field.
Yep, taking chances. All right, Legends from Kalamazoo, Michigan. We talked about them quite a bit in the pre-show. I didn't get to see Ibe. Did he jump up and down? Did you notice?
I didn't get to see him, but I'm sure he did, because they had an awesome show. I really liked. This is an interesting concept. Along Came a Spider, kind of that playful thing. They've got this stuff in the beginning, kind of playing inside of the webs, and then they've got these really interesting props that they use. They kind of can crawl under them, crawl around them, and then a lot of the things that they reference, they actually have those, those children's songs that we actually all know and love, and they kind of tie that in musically. Yeah,
Itsy Bitsy Spider makes an appearance in there. I don't know about you, but my toddler daughter is in love with that one right now. And the Spider-Man quote, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, from the movie, they layer that on top of some other material, and it's really just very memorable and very clever. So I enjoyed the way they paired their musical selections throughout the show, although I do have to say that I have dubbed DCI 2018 the year of the right, meaning Rite of Spring. We've heard that bassoon solo quoted all over the place.
Yeah, we have. And on that point, I think Legends Brass particularly had a great night tonight. I remember sitting here watching with you and being like, wow, okay, they're putting out some sound tonight. So I think the music helped, and then, of course, the performers really laid it down.
All right, gold, our bronze medalist, and also Most Improved Award this year.
Yeah, they have such a cool show because we talked about this WGI influence right here, and you can see just with the uniforms. So they do a lot of duality. So they spend a lot of time, like you can see right here, turn to the side. They're showing different sides of the uniforms. And I think that influence is really what helped them jump from that 7th to that 3rd. Of course, they're excellent, but the design, I think, took a step forward this year.
Yeah, they play a lot on light, as we were talking about a couple minutes ago, but a little bit differently. Not only did they have the clear sequins across the front of the uniform, there's also on the white part of the uniform, there's an iridescent stripe right down, and then they start pulling off sections of the uniform. In the color guard, they introduce those rainbow flags, which plays off that iridescence, all of these different aspects of light. It was really intriguing to see them tie that throughout all the different uniform and costuming parts of their show.
Yeah, just well done all around. I cannot wait to see them moving forward. I think this is going to be a banner year, one that they look back on in a couple years from now and say that's the year that we kind of cemented ourselves and continue to move forward.
All right, Blue Devils B, best guard, best visual. Obviously, you know, Blue Devils organization is known for their visual excellence, and this corps carried that out again tonight.
Yeah, one of my favorite visual moments of the entire drum corps season is actually the one right at the end of this show where they're all waving behind the props. I think that's such a clever little thing. And then they're kind of in this part of the show right now where they're playing some music that we know. We mentioned Adele. They're playing Hello, and they've got that chorus Hello from the other side. Of course, Blue Devils B show is the other side. So I think that's some really clever design work.
And we got to see tonight a little bit better the way they utilize those props. They actually split the field, and they have the percussion feature down front, but rather than hiding the brass or having them just take a chill, you know, again, they split the field, and on the other side of the props is the brass completely breaking it down while the percussion is doing their thing up front. So lots of intriguing ways that they utilize all different parts of the field as well as those props.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's classic design. What you see is what you hear. What you hear is what you see. The other side, they sold it.
And then speaking of selling it off the wall, how many different ways could we have interpreted walls and sound bouncing around? So many different clever elements in this show, so many different things that make you sit up. Talking, of course, about our new champions, Santa Clara Vanguard, and obviously they had a banner night with performances. That's how you win. Best brass percussion, and then of course general effect with all of these different moments.
Yeah, GE really is their strong point because they have, like I said, really interesting musical moments. So they're using a lot of electronics, and that's part of the fabric of the music, rather than just, oh, it's an electronic moment, but it's like electronics paired with brass, paired with percussion. So it's really integrated inside of the show. And then they got some really interesting staging stuff as well. So even the opening set of the show is on the 45-yard line, not on the 50. So it's just a little off center, a little off the wall, if you will. And then they end the show, the entire brass is in front of the front sideline. So I think they really took things to extremes with the show, and of course it paid off. I mean, this is their 4th championship in 6 years, 13, 15, 17, and 18. So we are seeing a dominant Vanguard Cadets drum corps now.
It'll be fun to see if SCV, the world-class group, manages to pull it out, and whether they win across the board, that organization, this year.
Yeah, that's one of those things it's kind of the golden goose in a way, you know, that corps want to have those feeder corps. And BDB has done it a couple times. They did it a couple years ago, but this kind of seems like it's SCV's year.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see as the week progresses. Well, before we get too far into the rest of the week, we want to stay with tonight. We crown a new fan favorite, the last. I can't make that statement. I'm not sure if it's the last FloMarching fan favorite of the week, so I retract that. However, tonight we do have a new fan favorite. Luke, if you will, please. Drum roll, please. The Spartans, our 5th place group, repping Da Vinci and the Renaissance, your Open Class World Championship Finals fan favorite. We had something, nearly 23,000 folks voted in tonight.
Yeah, a lot of people love what they're doing, and I think that's one of those things we talked about. When you see something fresh on the field, it's easy to love it, and I think that's what they were tonight.
All right, and I don't recall. Do you recall who was the close second?
The close second, was the, I believe it was the Louisiana Stars. Yeah, so they were right behind.
Close, right there at the end, that we had to keep refreshing the poll, and every time we were refreshed, it was going back and forth and back and forth. So just like the race to the finish of the drum corps, the fan favorite was a race to the finish as well.
It was.
So congratulations to our champions for tonight, the Spartans fan favorites, as well as the 3 medalist drum corps. So taking a look at the rest of the week, Luke, of course, the individual and ensemble events will go on tomorrow in downtown Indianapolis. If you folks are on site already, you get to enjoy those events. And then FloMarching will bring to you prelims on Thursday. That's a long day, Luke.
It sure is. I'm flying out Thursday morning, early, 5 a.m. to catch all of the corps. But I'm going to be there in the stands the whole time. You know, the judges have a hard day ahead of them, but you know, it's going to be an awesome day full of awesome performances.
So what happens is the open class corps get to compete against the world class corps, and comparing scores depending on how high the world class scores go from where they are now, I'm predicting that the top 5 open class corps are going to advance. 25 groups advance from the about 40 that will perform on Thursday. 25 advance to Friday. I'm going to say that the top 5 open class corps are going to advance with the other remaining world-class corps.
Yeah, I think they have a very good shot, and you know, you never know what's going to happen with those corps like 7th Regiment as well. You know, when you get all in the same day, as we saw tonight with Guardians, you can easily jump if you have that great performance. So I think 5 could be a safe bet, but who knows? Maybe we got 6 or 7 in there.
Ooh, out on a limb there.
Well,
or could I say you're going off the wall?
We could say that. But the point is that these open class corps deserve every bit of the recognition that we're giving them, because they are really world class. They're world class performers. They just happen to be in a different division.
Absolutely. All right. And then, of course, 25 groups come to you on Friday for semifinals. We'll have that broadcast as well. Big, Loud, and Live will be in the theaters on Friday night. Check DCI.org to find a theater in your area. And then, finally, we drop down to the Magic Dozen. On Saturday, we'll crown a new DCI World Class Champion. FloMarching will have full coverage for you on Saturday. Folks, it has been a fun first season here on Taking the Field from the FloMarching studio. Thanks to all my co-hosts. Thanks to FloMarching for putting this together. Luke, anything you want to say? You've been here quite a few times with us.
It's been an honor. It's been fun. It's fun to see something like this come to our activity. Of course, I think it's going to evolve in a lot of different ways. But I think the support shown by the community for something like this has been amazing, and I'm looking forward to hopefully continuing it in the future.
Yeah, everything you said, I have to say. Well, for one last time, I'm Emily Tanner-Patterson. I've been joined today by Luke Gall. This has been Taking the Field. Enjoy the rest of the week. Thanks so much for hanging with us, and have a great night.